What's up, everyone? Yeah, I'm a little slightly drunk right now. Had some rum and coke. I don't care. No, I don't care what people think of me anymore. I really don't. I've been having issues at work with people, with managers. I'm gonna tell you where I work, but I'm not gonna tell you the town. I don't really care. I work for Wal-mart. I'm a freaking janitor and work overnights. I'm the store bitch. Long story short, or maybe I'll just ramble on about it. I don't care. I've worked there for close to 3 years. I've been treated like garbage the whole time. I had this little snot-nosed redneck punk that hit me in the eyes with rubber bands. I ended up getting written up over that, trying to defend myself wearing safety glasses. You know, Nobody saw me do anything. Hearsay. Little bitch tattletale to he was the teacher's pet. You know, there was a support manager there to let him get away with stuff. Long story short, with that, 8 minutes left into my shift, I get sent home. This was a couple years ago. Next day, I find out I get called in the office. I'm written up or some crap. I got sent home based on his body odor. Yeah, I sprayed him in the rear end with super fart spray. But he's the only one that saw me do it. He got in trouble for his body odor. Anyway, that's old news. That's old news. What's going on now? Last night I got pulled into the office. Oh, I get something called a D-Day, which is a suspension, 1 day of paid leave, whatever. They didn't like my cleaning job with the floor or whatever. You know. I got told the night before because this kid that works with me missed a spot. There's this narrow aisle where these pallets always are. I didn't go down with the scrubber. He accidentally missed it. So I'm like, okay, I got it. I cleaned it. What happens? I get pulled into the office and have this conversation with this assistant manager who's pretending to be my friend, Mr. Nice Guy, blah, 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 blah. And because I missed a piece of gum in the grocery area, and a part that I scrubbed by the registers didn't come up with the scrubber. It's a ride-on scrubber, by the way. It didn't come up. He decides that him and the store manager, I guess, got together and talked, and they decided to suspend me, which means the next step, if I miss a day or whatever, I get fired. Ooh, yeah. I got a 6-year-old son to feed. Okay? We live in my father-in-law's house. It's coming apart. The roof's coming down. They don't care about me. Don't work in retail, people. If you do, you're just you're just a number on a screen. The management doesn't care about you. They don't. You're just, I'm an overnight janitor. So what that boils down to is I'm everyone's bitch. You know? I gotta clean up after people that don't give a damn, that just throw their stuff places. They fill up the compactor all the way to the door and leave it. Then you got this husband and wife maintenance team. All they do is wax the floor, stand around, and watch it dry. But they're better than everyone else. You know? They think everybody else on maintenance crew is lazy. Yeah, yeah. And I'm a piece of shit. They talk smack about me sometimes right in front of my face. And the dude with he has a porno mustache and a square head. He looks like SpongeBob with a mustache. Anyway, he yelled at me for a little puddle being in front of a wash basin. I didn't leave it there. I'm like, okay. I went back and got it with the ride-on scrubber the one night. He slams stuff around in the back, tries to intimidate me and whatnot, but he's a little guy. He's like 5'5", maybe 150 pounds. I don't know, 140. I don't know. I don't have a problem with those two. I thought they were good people. They're not. They're not. I don't care. Rum and coke, everyone. I don't care what you think of me. I work there, make money to raise my kid and my dogs, take care of my wife. It's convenient that the Walmart that they're putting up here, that they built this trailer park for, it's convenient that right after I talk to that manager about transferring, suddenly I get suspended from the store I'm at. Ooh, yeah, retaliation. That's nice. You know, I wanted to go in and talk to the manager today, but I don't think I want to hear anything I have to say. I've talked to him 4 times previously about run-ins I've had with that redneck kid. He didn't want to hear it. Nobody believes me. You know, stick a label on somebody and word gets around and everything. Oh, that person's a troublemaker. Oh, that person's lazy. Oh, that person, you know, they don't do anything. Ooh, yeah. You know, I don't get much sleep because, you know, I come home in the morning, take my wife to work, take my son to school, take the dogs out, pick my son up, pick my wife up, blah, blah, blah. Yeah, I know, you know. It's not anybody's fault. It's not my fault either. It's nobody's fault. It's circumstance. Situations. It's just the way life is for us. I'm rambling on. I've lost my point. Might be on my head. Don't want much hair up there these days. But anyway, this manager pulls me in the office, pretends to be my friend. She's like, oh, blah, blah, blah. You know, I'm going to have to give you a D-Day, blah, blah, blah. She's like, oh, I'm on a written myself. I was out with the snowblower and lost my keys. Yeah, whoop-dee, I'm so sure. You know, even if you are, management sticks at management. You're not going to get fired. I'm more likely to get fired than anybody there. You know, we got a support manager that stuck a target on my back a few months ago. They gave him the job when he came in off the remodel crew. And immediately he starts coming after me because, you know, I guess I got the label stuck on me that I'm a troublemaker or I'm a slacker. You know, I take naps during lunch in my car, but I set my alarm. You know, I don't say you know at the end of every sentence, but I'm doing that for some reason. I don't know, maybe it's this. I got a lot I need to say, but I don't have the time. I can't think. I gotta go pick my son up from school. I'll probably have to walk there because of my condition at this moment. I don't even know if this microphone's working properly. Sometimes the sound quality is crap. Anyway, don't work in retail if you want to have a life. You know, I was in management with another retailer, Family Dollar. They owe me 3 weeks of vacation pay I don't never see. You know, usually if you're working in retail, you're not allowed to have a life. You're not. They expect this and that. They expect you to be there when you need to be there. Anyway, I've lost what I was. I'm slightly intoxicated. I don't know. We'll see what happens when I stand up. This is gonna be a long, pointless, rambling video. Anyway, I wanted to talk to the manager today, but like I said, I don't think he'd want to hear what I have to say. And another thing that assistant said last night is, oh, you seem really paranoid. Last time I talked to you was about this guy and this person and this person. Uh-huh. Well, I have good reason to be paranoid, okay? People there are trying to get me canned. And if you're going to suspend somebody for missing 2 spots on the floor with the scrubber, why don't you suspend D-Day the entire maintenance crew save for the one lady that only does the restrooms, okay? Because the rest of us are responsible for the floor at overnight. We got 2 that wax. Ooh, yeah, when so-and-so aren't there, they clean the floor. And this other dude technically isn't even on maintenance anymore, but they use him for maintenance. And then we got this older guy that's a supervisor. You know, those 2 are good people. I like them 2. I get along with them 2. I don't get along with the married couple. They don't talk to me. She turns her nose up at me every time I'm around, and he always has a dirty look for me and always slams something down. You know, I'm just tired of the way people treat me. I got bullied a lot when I was a kid. You know, it went places I've worked. I've had management bully me. I worked for another retailer, Kings, where a second manager I had there, he'd just corner people and yell at them when he had a bad day. And him and his personal butt kisser got together and, you know, embellished on something and wrote me up for something. I ended up leaving there for Wal-mart thinking, oh, I can work my way up in this company, make something of myself, you know. 3 years later, I'm still an overnight janitor. They keep finding excuses to write me up, you know. keep me on maintenance. You get a coaching, as they call it, and you're not eligible to transfer in most positions. Forget about getting into management. You know, computer screen on black there for a second. Forget about getting into management. I checked into it one time and then I said I was only available for an accessories associate. So I can tell people what looks good with their outfit and, oh, here, buy this purse and blah blah blah. Oh, those shoes make your butt look big. Whatever. You know, I went there to make something of myself, to make more money, work my way up, get into management, maybe buy our own place, you know, take better care of my kid. You know, what if we have more? But they don't care. Here's the number on the screen there. Here's the P on. You don't matter. Stick a label on somebody, they don't like you. Blah, blah, blah. It gets passed around and everybody's out to get you. This nasally voiced manager came from Chicago. And she said, claimed or told somebody that I was hiding on her. I parked the electric buffer behind the photo counter during break to keep it off the sales floor because I was told we're supposed to not have machinery on the sales floor. So I went over to get it. She come in and starts chewing me out about something. She paged me 3 times. I didn't respond. Well, I was out in my car during my break. Excuse me if I didn't go out there at 4:30. I went out there like 4:40 or something. And I came in at 4:55. 15-minute break. Time we're allotted 15 minutes. But I was hiding on her. Ooh. And then this little weeble we have for an assistant who transferred to daytime. She used to run around swearing at people overnight. That's why she got in trouble from corporate. Got sent to days. She fabricated a story. Her and the big melon-headed support manager guy. That I spent 45 minutes in the break room during a 15-minute break, which is the last break. Ooh, yeah, I'm so sure. The dude, his shift, the big guy, his shift ends at 3 in most cases. But it was at the 4:30 break. No, I checked my work profile in January. I was checking it every day until January. And one day it just pops up. It's predated October 13th or some crap. Alright, I let it go. I talked to a different assistant manager in March because somebody cut the horn wire out of the scrubber. I knew who that was. But anyway, I talked to him about it in March. He looked it up and it said, you know, it was about the brake situation. Anyway, next time I looked it up or looked into it, the date changed. It said October 11th. Whatever. Then I got pulled into the office last night. He looks it up again and it says October 9th. They can't make up their mind when it is. You know, the little weeble, she just, I don't know. Every conversation I had with her, I'm not coaching you, but I got blamed for leaving dust mops out 3 times a few months back from her. No, but it wasn't me. It wasn't me. I put my stuff away. I'm not coaching you, but... Yeah, whatever. Liar. And, you know, convenient that I was put in the computer when I allegedly wasn't there, or she didn't tell me. Either way, I couldn't contest it because I didn't know about it until like January when I discovered it, when it was, well, actually it was put in there in January, predated in October. I'm totally rambling, but all my points are valid. It's crap. Don't work for Walmart, okay? Unless you have some fancy college degree and you can get be on as a store manager, then you can tell them what to do, whatever. Little penguin. She's a penguin. She's in denial. You know, she should just go the Chaz Bono route and get it over with. You know she's really a dude if you met her. She's like way into sports too much. Short haircut, never combs it. Anyway, I think I'm running out of time here. I don't know if I have a 15-minute limit or whatever. I don't want this to not record. Don't work in retail. Don't do it. Don't do it. You're a slave. This right here. Where's the camera? Maintenance associate. Should say store bitch.